Good day, everyone. Welcome to our physical education subject, Physical Activities Towards Health and Fitness 3 or PATFIT 3 about Arnis. And for our topic this presentation, we're going to talk about the introduction of Arnis, the origin, history, variants, objective, participants, equipments, techniques, and scoring. And to give you an introduction, Arnis is the official national sport and the martial arts of the Philippines. It is also known as Kali or Eskrima. So these two terms class are used for the traditional martial art of the Philippines, specifically Filipino martial arts or FMA, that focuses on weapon-based fighting. So they use or the practitioner used knives, bladed weapons, and some improvised weapons. Arnis is a combat sport to defend oneself from attacks using hand-to-hand combat, grappling, and weapon disarming in weapon-based fights. To proceed, let's talk about the origin of the name of Arnis. Actually, class, here in the Philippines, we have a lot of terminologies now in every region, but I just want you to remember these three terms. So we have arnis, eskrima, and also kali. Okay, the word arnis got originated from the old Spanish term arnes, meant armor, and eskrima is a Filipinization of the Spanish word esgrima for fencing. So whereas the name Kali was derived from the pre-Hispanic Filipino term kalis, which meant blades and fencing. And also class, we have terms when it comes to practitioners. No? For arnis, we have arsenador for male, and for female, we called arnesadora. Okay? Again, for male, arnesador. For female, Anisadora. And for Eskrima and Kali, we have Eskrimador for male and Eskrimadora for female. Okay? And let's talk about the history of Philippine Arnis. So, here in the Philippines, we all know that we're not only rich in culture, heritage, and history, but also in sports. So the Filipino martial art, widely known as Arnis, Kali, or Eskrima, has contributed to both the history and diversity of the Philippines. Now, class, some common question that arise in every readers, no, where did this sport originated from? And also, some people ask why it is played. So therefore, to get a better understanding about this sport or arnis, we need to dig into the past. So the origin of arnis can be traced back to native fighting techniques during the conflicts among the various pre-Hispanic Filipino tribes or kingdoms. So whereas another form of Spanish fencing dating back to the 15th century also influenced the current form of arnis. So moreover, it is also was the impact of Chinese, Arab, and Indian martial arts. So it is also believed by some people of the Philippines that the Filipino art of arnis has some roots connected to India, as the people who traveled through Indonesia and Malaysia to the Philippine Islands had brought this art with them. So, actually, class in Tamil Nadu, India, they have Silamban martial art. Actually, it's an ancient martial art. Silamban also used stick. And yes, Silamban and Arnis has similarities no, when it comes to the moves. Okay? And Arnis originally belonged to the people of Philippines. So that's why be proud, no, as a Filipino, true-blooded Filipino, because Arnis is originated here in our country. But of course, as time passed by, the art spread over to other countries, and by the time of World War II, many continents adopted it. And Arnis also played a significant role during the Philippine Revolutionary against the Spaniards. Okay? And it took almost 2 decades to make the art known to all around the world. No? And in December 2009, it was officially recognized as our national martial art and sport of the Philippines. Okay? So depending upon the use of weapons and sticks, arnis is differentiated into two styles. So we have classic arnis and also modern arnis. For classic arnis, we use blades and weapons, while for modern arnis, we use sticks. Okay? And since I've mentioned modern arnis, now class, I'm going to ask you, who is the father of modern arnis? Okay? So please write it in your notebook if you have your answer. Okay. So the father of modern arnis class is no other than our grandmaster Remy Presas. Okay? So he is our father of modern arnis here in the Philippines. Okay? So actually, he founded a self-defense system. So his goal was to create an injury-free training method as well as an effective self-defense system, not to carry forward the older arnis system. So that's why in modern arnis, we use stick. Okay? So because of Remy Presas. Then for the variance class, arnis was declared as the Philippine National Sports and Martial Art on December 11, 2009. Okay? So the first national organization for arnis in the National Arnis Association of the Philippines, which was founded in 1975 by General Fabian C. Ver. Okay? So, by the way, class, arnis is under Republic Act number 9850. No? Uh, it is an act declaring arnis as a national martial art and sports of the Philippines. No? And who declare this Republic Act number 9850, or an act declaring arnis as our national martial art and sports of the Philippines? Okay, our former president, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Okay? So please take note those important dates. Okay? But however, its existence faded post the Philippine Revolution in 1986. The two major types of arnis practice as sports are the system followed by WECA, or World Eskrima Kali Arnis Federation, which was established in 1989, and it is recognized internationally. And the other system followed by Arnis Philippines, or RP, established in 1986, which was used prominently during the 2005 Southeast Asian Games, or SEA Games. Okay? And for the objective of arnis, actually, the sport is played between two fighters with a main objective of earning points by legally attacking the opponent with the help of stick. It is said that arnis develops self-discipline and control because this sport is a simple martial art, and it is all about defending oneself by using sticks. Okay? So that's our objectives. For the participants, for individual category class, one player is selected per team, and for team category, three players are selected per team. Okay? And let's proceed for the equipments. So actually, we have impact weapons and edge weapons. So when we say impact weapons class, it is usually consists of baston or baton, and it is the most basic and common weapon in arnis. The traditional common materials used for wooden bastons are usually kamagong, ratan, and bahi. So sorry for the typo error no ng traditional. Okay, and sana nakikita ninyo yung image. Okay, so for kamagong or mabolo, so this is a dark, dense, expensive type of wood known for its hardness and weight. But kamagong or mabolo also class is endangered species of ebony wood, kaya hindi na siya masyadong ginagamit sa ngayon. Then rattan, this is usually constructed from a stem of Southeast Asian vine. So the stem is hard and durable yet lightweight. So that makes the weapon useful. So actually, madami po tayong rattan na makikita, no? Or mabibiling baton or irons. And also bahi is a type of wood made from the heart of a palm tree. It is similar to kamagong, but it is made of porous material in weight and density. And for the edge weapons class, so knife, dagger, spear, or others are edge weapons that have been used throughout the history of combat, hunting, and ceremonies. But again, for modern arnis, we use impact weapons, which is the baton or baston. Okay? So, of course, we have pad stick or padded stick. So padded stick is an ideal weapon used for safe sparring, no? The stick is made with foam, padding, and high-grade vinyl cover. So that's why pag strike ko yan sa'yo class, hindi siya masakit. Okay? Then of course, we need headgear, no, to protect your face and your head. So I think it is very important equipment also. We have the body armor, the hand gloves, and also leg guard and groin. No? So let's proceed to striking areas. So again, we have 12 no, striking areas, namely crown or head, right eye and left eye, right temple and left temple, right chest, left chest, right arm. We have left arm also, the stomach, then right leg and left leg. Okay, so those are the striking areas. So let's proceed to the techniques. Okay, in each striking areas, we have the striking techniques and also the blocking techniques. Don't you worry, class. These techniques, we're going to do this during our face-to-face class. I'm going to teach you in each techniques and striking techniques and blocking techniques. Okay, and also for scoring, all matches are scored by three judges on the 10-point must system. So scoring is based on quantity of strikes, effectiveness of strikes, and ring generalship. Okay, ring generalship, this is our time spent staying within the ring. Okay? In a single stick competition, these arms shall be scored as part of the match as a mandatory point deduction, and if three this arm take place, this would result in a technical knockout. Okay, whereas in double stick competition, a fighter point will not be deducted if this arm and will continue to fight with one weapon until the end of the round. If a fighter loses both weapons, then he or she will automatically lose the match. Okay, so I think that's the last part of my slide. But before we leave, no, for this session or meeting, please type your answer, no, answering this question. As an individual, how does Arnis help in the development of the physical activity and health of a person? Okay, comment your answer, but don't forget to type also your full name, your year, and section. Okay, so that's all for today, class. I hope you learned something to our discussion. Thank you so much for listening. Bye, everyone.